I'm just curious as to how you're having been a member here. Does this feel like it's going to be a different sort of interim? I suppose all interim positions are different, but how does that inform you in this position?
Well, a couple of ways. First of all, it's an entirely different church than when I was here 20 years ago. There are, I could probably count, less than 30 or 40 people that I remember that are here. So the congregation has turned over. I can look through the membership directories and see a lot of people who were here and are no longer here. So, the membership is different. I think, the whole sort of focus of the church is still basically the same, but it's changed in a lot of ways. You became a more light, open, and affirming congregation when I was gone. Just Peace Church. Things that were there but had not actually been formalized. So I think it's a very different church. So I don't have any problems, saying, well, this is what I remember and this is what the church is, because it's not. The other piece is, and you can speak to this, and so can several of you, is that one of the concerns I had was whether or not the people I knew when I was here 20 years ago as a member, 30 years ago as a member, would be able to make the shift to me as pastor. And that remains to be seen. That's really sort of up to you. And if that's difficult, it's wonderful that we have an associate pastor who can provide pastoral care and to people who are having trouble making that shift. So I thought about that a long time before I even put my name in, because I needed to be sure that I wasn't coming in with suppositions about the church that were no longer true. Mm-hmm. So again, I think we'll find out. So anything else?
Talk a little bit about your experiences that allow you to make the shift, not just us to make the shift.
Well, I've been away for a long time. I've worked in a lot of different churches. And I think in so many ways I'm probably still in the same person I was 30 years ago, but in a lot of ways I'm not. I think in the almost 20 years that I've been ordained, I think I have I sort of claimed that identity, and I've kind of grown into it, and I've found my voice as being that person. But I still look at all of you very fondly and think, oh, those are my friends from however many years ago. But there's a different dynamic. There's just a different dynamic. And I think, it's helped me to be in the variety of churches that I've been in. Theologically, and in terms of traditional worship and non-traditional worship, and sizes of churches have all been different. So I've evolved the same way this congregation has evolved, and so hopefully that's been a positive.
What with your career, why did you choose to follow the route of seeking interim minister positions as opposed to a called position?
Well, that was the first thing I did, was interim ministry. And then after that, I did go through a couple of call processes. I put my name in for a couple of call positions, and I obviously didn't get either one of them. But it was so stressful, and it is stressful. Pastors in the room will attest to that. If you're looking for a job, it's not an easy thing to do, and they that's why I always encourage call committees not to beat up on your candidates. Be nice. And then I was offered the interim position at the Presbytery office, and I thought, that was early on. People weren't doing a lot of interim training, and so I thought, well, I'll go take the interim training and see. And then I found out, Don, that I think I was pretty good at it. I know how to come into a place quickly, and I'm really good at leaving. You have to be good at both of those things. I grew up in the military, so we moved every 2 years, so I know how to leave. And I cry a lot, but I leave, and I leave well. So mostly I think because I just found out I loved it. I love the challenge of interim ministry. I love every congregation I've served. So it's a good place for me. So I see it's time, and I have a guest preacher.
Wonderful way to end. Thank you so much. And next week, adult education will be the youth mission training reports. So please join us next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you.